Hello, I'm Michael Smith, and this is my life. Yesterday, wow. Yesterday, if you watched yesterday's video, I will have to apologize. I was so zombified. The lead up to my wife having her baby, I was drinking a lot of coffee. And I had really gotten sucked into making these iced coffees. I think I talked about them in one of the videos. And yeah, so yesterday I came down here in an attempt to get back on schedule, and I decided I was going to also try to do that without coffee. And so, and I remember I made a scripture reading video, and I watched it. I uploaded it and everything, and I even watched it later yesterday, or maybe it was early this morning. I don't know. And the title screen came on. It just said "Enter title here." I was so zombified. So I'm not drinking coffee this morning, but I am drinking iced tea. So it is strong iced tea with no sugar. I got a little bit of caffeine in me. Plus also, but I'm getting older, and I'm to the point where I have hair growing right around the rim of my ear, and so it tickles, and so I find myself doing this, and it's really gross, and I shouldn't, but, it's a gift from God. Ear hair. So anyway, where was I going? Oh, so I was zombified. And yesterday, I did finally wake up. Yesterday I put myself again in full service of my family. I'm a singer and a songwriter, and I don't perform live anymore. I pretty much just work in my home studio and create music and maybe do live performance with just me and my acoustic guitar down here. But I still have that pull to write and record, and it's like whenever I have a day off, I'll go through my head like, can I get down there today? Can I work on music today? And I could have done that yesterday, but instead what I did is I decided to, because I'm trying really hard to be a good Christian, I put myself in full service of my family. A couple years ago, my wife had me make a couple of bench swings in this little thing that they sit in. One of them sits in this little thing that we have grapevines starting to grow on, and it's really cool. But one of the 2x4s we had selected, I guess, had a weak spot in it, and it cracked, so I had to fix that. Yesterday, so I did that, and I spent a lot of time holding the baby when my wife didn't want to, and she needed a break a couple times yesterday, and just taking care of my kids, and my two oldest boys, getting them back into the regimen of exercising. My health is something I neglected for many, many years. When you're young, you don't really think about your health, and then you get older and you're like, man, I wish I would have taken better care of myself. But what I've learned is that day you start taking care of yourself, it could be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be yesterday if you let it. So I'm trying to instill in them the virtue of taking care of their physical side of their being. I've talked about it before, about how there's 4 sides. You've got emotional, intellectual, spiritual, and physical. And so I'm trying to encourage them to take care of their physical being. And so we went on a mile run. Now, the first few times that I went out with them, I was actually with them. And then I was working on my mile, and then I was having issues with my knees, and so I had to give them a break and figure out, I'm still trying to feel out, how much cycling compared to running I'm going to do, and, how to get that exercise in, and whether I need need to invest in maybe some better shoes or something because I'm getting older and my joints are... It's a gift from God. So I get to offer up that pain. If you don't know what offering it up means, I heard it for years. I was raised Protestant, and I heard it for years and years and years. Offer up that pain. I didn't quite understand the concept. And I don't know if this is your value of the concept or not, but basically, or if you have any idea of it all, but basically, I go start into a day. I'll use everyday stuff as prayer. So if I'm running, I'll be like, I'm going to take this pain and I'm going to own it, and I'm going to persevere through it as Jesus Christ would have me do it as a Christian, and I am going to do that, and I'm going to offer up this pain for a specific intention, prayer intention for, say, my friend whose wife, she's battling cancer. I offer up all the pain and suffering that I have today as a prayer for my friend and his wife, and may they be, may she be healed, and in the meantime, may they be surrounded by compassion and mercy as they go through this trying time. Amen. I even offer up my work. My boys when they study. I try to remind them and teach them that, they can offer up their studying time, their reading time. You can offer anything as a time in prayer. And it kind of helps, when I do that, when I go into that activity, it helps me deal with that pain. It helps me to focus on that and do it in a righteous way. Doesn't mean I don't fall from time to time, but it also helps me to stay focused, and then because I'm using it for a larger purpose besides myself, it helps me to dig into it and deal with it the best I possibly can. But anyway, getting back to things, I spent my time largely in service. Even my mother-in-law, she called me yesterday, and she's like, could I put something in your garage? Now, I'm kind of a typical guy. Like, for me, space in the garage, that is like, that's at a premium. I do not like putting anything into my garage unless it absolutely has to go there or it belongs there. So when she called and she's like, I got something for my husband for Father's Day, and it's kind of big and I don't want him to see it, can I put it in your garage so that I can surprise him for Father's Day? And my gut instinct was to be like, no, you can't do that. And I think I even paused on the phone and I was like, okay, this is the way to serve. You love your mother-in-law. She's a good lady. You love your father-in-law. You love your wife. If it wasn't for them, she wouldn't be the way she is. And I love my wife very much. So I was like, okay, yeah, just bring it on down. And I was like, we'll clear a spot. We'll it's only the Father's Day. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, I didn't even mention what today is. It's June the 2nd, 2017, and my clock here says it's 10:02 in the a.m. Hence why you probably hear the kids running around upstairs. So, again, I spent another day focusing on servicing others, and, we got done putting the thing in the garage, and it wasn't really a big thing at all. It was relatively small. She just needed a place to put it so that, she could surprise her husband. And, I felt good afterwards. Sometimes you're going down the road and you come up to an intersection or something, you see a homeless person and they're wanting money or whatever, and you always hear about, they're just going to buy drugs or alcohol, or they're probably rich people and this is just, they're too lazy to have a job, That may be. That very well may be. Maybe they are an alcoholic, maybe they are a drug addict, maybe they are lazy. But just because you decide to love the way God wants you to love, it doesn't diminish the love you're pouring out and the mercy and the compassion you're pouring out, because they're going to take it and do something with it out of ill will. You know? As a Christian, I may see someone and all that stuff bounces around in my head. Like, oh, drugs, alcohol, this, that, whatever, And for me trying to go deeper in my faith, the rest of the day, if I don't do it, the rest of the day it kind of, maybe, should I? No, and I have that internal struggle a little bit for the rest of the day. But never once have I seen someone, given them, I don't carry cash, so if I do have cash with me and I see someone, I take that as a sign that I'm supposed to give. Never have I given someone cash and thought, man, it just burned my biscuit. They were probably an alcoholic, for the rest of the day, or they were just lazy. I never go through the rest of my day feeling that way. I feel peaceful. I feel happy the rest of my day. When I pray for other people, are they perfect? No. But do I stew over, I shouldn't have prayed for that person, No. To be honest with you, the more I pray, and the more I pray for others, and the more I try to put myself in the service of others. Big breakfast. Try not to burp. The more I do that, the more I put myself in the service of others in any which way I can, the happier I am. The more peaceful I am, the more joyful I am. And the great thing is I have that in me, and it radiates and showers my children and my wife. As opposed to walking around the house for the rest of the day with an internal struggle of whether or not I should have really doled out that $2 instead of, or I should have, or shouldn't I have, or this or that, or whatever else. And instead of showering them with love and radiating love as I go through my day, I go through with perplexity and confusion. So, I don't know. Just a lot to consider. But I hope that you choose to love. I hope that you choose to love, and I hope that you choose God's way. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. And dear God, I don't know who's going to see this video, maybe nobody, but I pray that you use me and my talents and whatever I have for the betterment of this world. I lay everything at your feet, because you've shown me what you can do with even what little I have, and I'm thankful to be helpful for you, because you've done so much for me. I love you, Jesus, so very much. In Jesus Christ's name I pray. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. And that's all I got to say about that.